Hi, my name is Jerry. I use the pronouns he or him, they or them, and recently I just started using the pronoun per, which is short for person, and perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today on mindfulness meditation. So I'm going to be leading some breathing exercises that I would love for you to join me on. First, you're going to need to find somewhere nice and comfortable and clean, of course, to lay down flat on your back. And I invite you to find that spot, get comfy, and close your eyes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to read out specific body parts that I want you to squeeze tightly, and then release and take deep breaths as you do it. For taking a deep breath, I want you to imagine blowing into a straw when you're exhaling. So we're going to breathe in through our nose, and we're going to exhale blowing through a straw out of our mouth. Let's try that together. We'll breathe in and out. In and out. Perfect. I'm going to invite you to now keep your eyes closed, and on the count of 3, you're going to tighten all the muscles in your toes and your feet. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. In and out. Perfect. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, and our ankles on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, and our calves on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, and our legs. So everything below the waist on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, good job, everyone. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, and our chest. So everything in the middle section of our body down to our very tippy toes on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze and tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, our chest, and our biceps on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, our chest, our biceps, our forearms, and our hands. And fingers. Let's add fingers to that. Okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. And I hope that you can really feel the blood just rushing back into each of those areas that you just finished squeezing and releasing. Lastly, we're going to go above our neck. We're going to do our neck and our face On 3, we're going to squeeze our faces as tight as we can, scrunch our eyes up, scrunch our mouth and our nose up, and we're going to make our face really tiny. On 3, 1, 2, 3, and squeeze, tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. In and out. And one more time, we're going to do our face. But after we tighten everything, I want you to open up and make everything big. Open up your mouth, open up your nostrils, open up your eyes. Okay? But first, we're going to squeeze them first. Okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. Now open, 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 open. Large. Big, 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 big. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. So before I begin today's exercises, I'd like to invite you to send me an email if you have any ideas for visualization exercises or meditation that we can all do that I can share with everyone. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to go through some of the exercises that I've learned, but I would really love to learn from you and learn more. Hi, thank you so much for joining me again. This series of mindfulness meditation is a little different than the other ones we presented before. In the past, we were able to do some visualizations on taming your troll, on visiting your ancient and future guide, which is just another way of looking into yourself to see what the past and the future is really telling you. There's visualizations we did on positive learning and divine energy flow. And I invite you, if you haven't had a chance to take a look, to go through all those visualizations and practice them and make them your own. You can feel free to change up the stretching exercises or modify it the way that your family likes to do it. You can do the visualizations alone or one-on-one, or in a group with more friends and more family members. It's all up to you. Today, I introduced to you a different kind of visualization exercises. Now that we've stretched all the different parts of our body, from our head and our face to our neck, our chest, our abdomen, our waist, our hips, our legs, our calves, our knees, our feet, our ankles, our toes, our arms, our biceps, our forearms, our fingers, our wrists, and we've stretched them all and we've wakened them up. I'm going to invite you to now join us in a different set of visualizations. Visualizations that's much more common and a little different from the ones that we've been doing before. In fact, these visualizations are more easily done at home with any book that you have and any story that you have to share. After stretching now and doing all those warm-up exercises, I invite you to find a nice, comfortable spot to lie down. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. I want you to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, I want you to breathe deeply, knowing that you are enough. Exhale, feeling grounded to the earth. And I want you to take that feeling with you and enjoy our upcoming journeys with this new technique in visualization. This new technique I'm about to share with you is very simple. Between the stretching exercises, after the warm-up and before the cool down, we're going to encourage children and families now to close your eyes and just listen to a story. Granted, these stories are stories that you might have heard before, especially if you've been tuning in to our EarlyON channel on YouTube and if you've been watching us on our virtual programming. However, I invite you to take on these same stories that you've heard before and think about them in a new way. And that can be what a visualization is. I want you to find somewhere comfortable. I want you to lay down, stay laying down. I want you to focus on your breathing, still breathing deeply. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to close your eyes and enjoy the stories that we have to tell you. I want you to imagine different faces for the characters. I want you to imagine things that the illustrator could have drawn or the author could have seen. I want you to imagine being in the story, being part of the adventures that happen. I want you to imagine what's happening inside the story happening to you. So, with that in mind, we're going to go to the storytelling part of our visualization, and then we're going to go to our cool down exercises. I hope you enjoy these next sets of visualization. And if you have any idea of visualization exercises or meditation practices, please don't be shy. Email them to me at jlee@the519.org. That's jlee@the519.org. Don't be shy. I look forward to hearing from you, and your ideas will help us make more videos for our virtual programming and to make our virtual programming even more fun and more exciting for all of you. Keep your eyes closed, breathe deeply, and enjoy the story.
Read Me a Book by Barbara Reid. It is important for a child to have the best possible start in life. Literacy is key to a child's success, and learning to read starts with you, your child's most important teacher. Studies have shown us that the years before a child reaches the age of 6 set the foundation for lifelong health and learning. It is important that we do everything we can to make sure children begin life with a strong start so they are ready to learn once they enter school. It is never too early to start reading to your child. For this reason, this book has been developed for you by award-winning children's author Barbara Reid. The rhythmic language and unique illustrations will make it a pleasure to share with your child. It is our hope that Read Me a Book will help you and your child start on a lifelong tradition of reading together. It is a great way not only for your child to learn to read, but a valuable chance for you to spend time with and learn about your child during these crucial first years of life. We want to thank Barbara Reid and Scholastic Canada Limited for their help with our Early Years initiative, the Government of Ontario, Ontario Early Years. Read Me a Book by Barbara Reid. To Mom and Dad, from Barbara Reid, National Library of Canada Cataloging Publication Data. Read Barbara, 1957. Read me a book. Tell me a story. Read me a book. Bounce me a poem. Let's take a look. Read around the garden. Upstairs and down. Underneath the covers. Read around the town. Tell it one more time. Pick out something new. The very best beginning is to read a book with you. Right from the start, babies need us. Newborns love to kick and stretch, But they also need care, food, rest, and plenty of love and encouragement before they are strong and confident enough to take their first steps. In the same way, babies are born eager to learn. There is a lot that parents can do to help their child's growing mind develop. You are your baby's first and best teacher. Talk to your baby often. Give names to things in your world. Sing songs, tell stories, bounce and clap along to rhymes and poems. Point out the words on the street signs and cereal boxes. Your baby will start to see patterns and make exciting connections. Together, you are taking the first steps towards language and literacy. Most important of all, read to your baby. It's never too early to start. Babies need books. You can read anytime, anywhere, and almost anything. Just make sure you read together every day. Reading can be a quiet break in a busy day. It can also be a noisy time full of fun and surprises. It can be a time for you and your baby alone, or a time for family and friends too. The benefits of reading together will grow along with the child, from infant to toddler, to school age and beyond. Every time you read your baby a book, you are opening doors to language and understanding. Your baby is learning and loving it. From Barbara Reid. Tell me a story. Read me a book. Babies love books, and sharing books with your child every day will open up a world of fun and learning. Bouncy verse and delightful illustrations of babies and children reading make this a great place to start. Soon, your own child will be asking you to read me a book. Read me a book. By Barbara Reid.
Now that we're back, I would like to conclude this visualization with a cool down exercise. So get back flat on your back again, lie back down on the floor again, and we're going to do exactly the same thing we did in our warm-up exercises with all the same muscles, but we're going to go backwards. So we're going to start with the face and the neck. And on 3, we're going to squeeze them as tightly as we can, and then we're going to open them as widely as possible. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze, tight, 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 and open, 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 big, open, and release. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our neck, our fingers, our hands, and our forearms. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, our fingers, our hands, our forearms, our biceps. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our fingers, our hands, our forearms, our biceps, our chest, our abdomens, and our torso. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And lastly, we're going to include the whole bottom half. We're going to do everything below the waist, our legs, our calves, our shins, our ankles, our feet, and our toes, along with our chest, our bicep, our torso, our forearms, our hands, and our fingers. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Perfect. Once again, if you think of any other visualization exercises or things that we can do during these mindfulness meditation circles, I would love to learn about them all. You can email me at jlee@the519.org. That's jlee@the519.org. And I hope that you had a lot of fun with the visualization today, and I hope that I'll see you soon. Goodbye.